no desire to hear that.
So this am I the asshole comes from a mother, and let me pair it up here. 19-year-old spends $300 on rainbow hair because it's important for her mental health. They demand rent. And she's like, what? So,
Rainbow hair.
oh,
Okay.
this is a father, I should say. My wife and I have 3 kids, 19, 15, 12. Our 19-year-old Kate graduated from high school last year, but is still living at home. Despite getting into a few different colleges, she declined to attend as she wasn't sure she wanted to go to college and wanted a break from school. We were okay with this, but gave her some rules if she wanted to live at home. These were pretty basic rules. She had to work at least 30 hours a week and continue to help around the house. I wanted her to pay a token rent, which we would put away and give back to her when she moves out, but my wife disagreed as she wanted Kate to learn to save money on her own. Kate has struggled with anxiety for the past few years and has been in therapy since her junior year of high school. She's also on medication. She also, like many 19-year-olds, struggles with impulse control. This usually manifests in her spending habits. She will spend money as soon as she gets it, and she spends it on, in my opinion, things she doesn't always need. Her room is full of clothes she will wear maybe once or twice, jewelry, makeup, salons, spa trips, etc. We've had many talks with her about being better at saving money, but it always ends up in a fight about it being her money and she can do with it what she wants, which I don't necessarily disagree with, but if she's still living at home and being fed and housed by us for free, I feel like we get at least some say in how much she saves. She saved less than $1,000. This past weekend, Kate came home one day with a bright rainbow hair. My son asked her how much it cost, and Kate said it was $300. I asked Kate if she seriously spent $300 on her hair, and she said yes. I told her that was a ridiculous amount of money for something like that. She said it makes her feel good, and it's important for her mental health. I told her that if she can afford to spend $300 on her hair, then she can afford to pay us rent. She immediately got defensive, reiterated that it's her money, she'll spend it how she wants. She said, I don't understand why this is important to her, and that she hates that I am so controlling over what she does. I told her that as long as she's still living with us, I have a right to be critical of the choices she makes. She called me an asshole and stormed off to her room and slammed the door. My wife told me that I need to be more supportive of Kate and her choices, especially in regards to money. I told her that I am not going to continue to let her live here for free if she's going to spend money so recklessly. My wife said that Kate needs to learn this on her own, but I said that she's had over a year to learn and she still spends money just as fast as she earns it. I told her that we need to have a conversation about Kate continuing to live with us because we have other kids to support, and Kate is an adult and should be contributing something to the house if she's going to stay here. So there's the am I the asshole? I think he's the asshole.
I don't think he is an asshole.
No, he's not, actually. I screwed that up. He's not the asshole. The daughter's the asshole and the wife is the asshole. But it's like there's a chasm between the wife and the husband here. Like they haven't sat down and laid out the boundaries and the rules for the oldest daughter.
Well, and like, how do you expect her to be responsible with money if she never has to be responsible with money? Like, y'all are giving her the option of living there for free. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's immediately, she can spend whatever she wants, how she wants, correct. But if you were to say, oh, $200 a month for rent, that puts a little bit of a squeeze on her to maybe prioritize. But yeah, y'all just letting her live there rent free, not paying for groceries, there's nothing. Yeah, how do you expect her to learn?
There's no consequences. There's no repercussions to her actions. She spends $300 on a haircut because it makes her feel good. I mean, fuck, go get a burrito. Go get a nice ice cream. That'll make you feel good for $4.95.
You ever had some chips and queso, bitch? Worth it.
Yeah, but it's like no, to me, it's like, all right, you set a date. This is the end date here. You have 30 days to pay the rent or find your own place. At the end of that 30 days, you're out. You've had a year. And that's reasonable to me. And the most important part is follow through on that shit. Say, I love you, but you're never going to learn this way. And just because you can pay for her stuff and help her out doesn't mean you should.
Well, or you could also say you need to sell some of whatever the mountains of shit that she has, the jewelry, the clothes, all that shit, sell some of that. And you need to have at least $1,500 in savings by the end of this month. And if you don't, then toodaloo, skibbity boop.
Yeah. No, this is
Because I feel like, to be 19 and live with your parents wouldn't be that bad. You've lived with them your whole life up, it's not like you're 30 moving back in with your parents, you're 18, 19, but you should still be contributing something if you're at the age now where you have the option to not live with them. You know what I mean?
And how can you go see your parents and not pay them rent knowing that you just spent $300 on a haircut?
Yeah.
Like, how do you sleep at night with that? I would feel horrible.
Well, and like, okay, if she wants to get her hair done, that's fine. You got to pay this $200.
That's fine, but she's not learning anything about money, because if she knew anything about money, she would know that, well, I got to pay my rent first before I start doing the hair thing. Sounds like my aunt M and balances her two youngest checkbooks and makes their doctor's appointments for them. Youngest is 20 or 21. Well, yeah, she's never going to learn how to, do the money thing unless she does the money thing and suffers the consequences, like walks out and finds her car getting hooked up and repossessed, or, I just look, parenting's hard. You love your kid. You want to take care of them. You want to be able to support them, but God damn it, at some point, like, especially if she's got $300 to throw around. And I'm not the type who's like, like if somebody's on food stamps and they got an iPhone, I'm not going to judge them for that, because maybe they need that iPhone for, they need it. It's kind of a vital part of life these days.
Or maybe they bought it from somebody else or got it at a pawn shop or whatever.
But the fact that, like, oh, she has anxiety and mental health. Okay, I get that, but that's different. You can have success with treating your mental health and still pay your rent.
Shay said Gwen's already learning. She gets money, then she's to put up some and can spend some. Yeah, I didn't learn how to spend money as a kid.
Yeah.
I think a lot of poor kids go through this where you don't know how to spend it. And when you get it, you spend it all because you're not used to having it. And you spend it on dumb shit, or you spend it on like your friends or whatever. And that was shit that I am still like unlearning. Yeah. When I met Tyler, because Tyler's parents were very good with him and his sister about teaching them how to save and how to invest their money. When I met Tyler, I had no savings account, literally zero, nothing. I still don't have a 401k, but the fact that I got a savings account was like a big deal, because I didn't know it was possible for me to actually save money. That didn't seem like a thing that I could do, because I didn't think I made enough money to save anything. Yeah. It turns out I spent like a fucking asshole. That's what it was.
No, when you're a kid, it's almost expected that you're going to make money to spend it.
Yeah.
But, I think with that, there is some lessons that the parent needs to teach the kid about, you brought home $300 on your paycheck at the toy store, but you should put $100 of that away, and then, then go use $200 on movie night with your friends, and go to the sock hop or whatever.
Yes, the sock hop. There are so many of
those. Go scoop the loop and get some nachos.